to my channel. So today I finally filmed the highly requested video to do my large voluminous curls. So I will show you guys how I achieved this hairstyle here today. And I have been wanting to do an updated video for you guys, so finally I got around to filming this. I don't know why it took me so long. I mean, it literally takes me like 30 minutes to do my hair at most, so I don't know. But anyways, finally filmed this for you guys. And if you want to see how I get these big voluminous curls here, just keep watching.
Alright guys, so first off, to prep my hair, I use my Redken satin wear, and I put this in my hair when it's still wet. I use one pump and just put this throughout my entire hair, and this is going to be my heat protectant. And next, I go in with the Organics Ever Straight Brazilian Keratin Therapy Relaxing Balm, and I take this to my entire hair as well while it's still wet, because I do have naturally curly hair. This is going to help to relax my hair and give it more of a satin appearance. Once in a while, I will switch this product out and use my Chi Silk Infusion. I really like both of them. They just really give my hair that silky appearance and help keep the frizz at bay. So I've already blow dried my hair, and then I'm just brushing it out using my paddle brush. For those of you who do have curly hair, that's one thing I recommend, is that you blow dry your hair using a paddle brush, because it'll really kind of help to straighten your hair and minimize the frizziness. And then I just part my hair and put the other half in just in a clip. And then I'm going to go in using my straightener. I do straighten the roots of my hair because, like I said, I do have naturally curly hair. If you have straight hair, you can skip this part. And don't mind my faded straightener. I need to get a new one, but this one works just fine. So use whatever straightener you guys have. Or like I said, if you have straight hair, you may not need to do this. I also straighten the bottom of my hair because it gets very frizzy at the tips. But that's just personal preference. And now I'm going in with my Hot Tools curling iron. This is the 1 1/4 inch, and I actually just took the clip off. This was a normal old curling iron, and I turned it into a wand. So I place the wand behind my hair, and then I wrap the curl away from my face. I use about 1 to 1.5 inch sections, and I try and wrap the curl very neatly and not leave any gaps as I'm wrapping. And then the end, I kind of hold off the curling iron for a short period of time, wrap it against the curling iron, just so the ends don't burn. And then I drop the curl into my hand and kind of bounce it until it cools down a bit. And then I take the tip of the hair and I just pull it. I like my curls to be a little more large and like voluminous and kind of more wave-like rather than so tight. So just keep pulling until it gets, I guess, to the tightness that you want. If you want your curls tight, you don't have to do this. And again, taking, about a 1.5 inch section, and for me, I have to straighten, the roots of my hair and the tips of my hair. And then same thing, you place the curling iron behind the hair, you wrap away from the face, and again, I like to hold the tip of the hair off the curling iron because I also like my ends to be a little more straight. I don't like them to be super curly at the end. I feel like it gives it more of like kind of like a beachy wave appearance. And if you want even more of like a beachy appearance, you can hold off a larger section of the hair. That way the end is straight. But same thing, just, dropping that curl into my hand, bouncing it until it cools down a bit, and then just pulling on the tip. You can also curl your hair towards your face if you wanted more of like a vintage, kind of like old Hollywood style. But I like to wrap away from my face. I like to wrap all of the curls away. If you wanted more of a messy style, you can alternate. You can wrap one away from the face and then one towards the face. But I feel like this prolongs my curls by wrapping them all the same way. It's just more uniform. And then moving on to the other side of my hair, basically it's just the same thing. Place the curling iron behind your hair and wrap away from the face. And most of these clips here are in real time. I did speed through some of them, but just looking at the average, I hold my curl for about 15 seconds on the curling iron, which is not very long at all. It's just personal preference as well. If you're going to take smaller sections of hair, you may want to hold it on there for less time. but just see what works best for you and just play around with it. This hairstyle is so quick for me. It takes me maybe 30 minutes at most. It would be even faster if I had straight hair, but like I said, I have naturally curly hair, so I kind of have to tame the roots of my hair, you know, really take my time when blow drying it. Another thing that I think is really important is to wrap the curls tightly around the curling iron and try not to have any gaps when you're wrapping it. Even sometimes the hair will like twirl or like twist as you're wrapping around the curling iron, and that's fine. I feel like I kind of like that, and I feel like it holds the curl better, more than just being like flat on the curling iron. And as I get to like the back part of my hair, as you can see, I don't go all the way to the root of my hair. You know, I get maybe 3 inches away from the head and then start wrapping my curl, just because I don't want it as tight in the back. I want it more loose, and it's just going to flow nicely with my layers. But again, just tailor this to your own needs and just play around with it. And now that I've curled my hair, I'm going in with my hairspray. I'm using the Garnier Fructis volumizing hairspray. I think this is like the medium hold in number 3. I just spray that all over my curls, and then I'm going to go in and start kind of styling the hair and placing it where I want it. So as you can see, I parted my hair on the left side initially, and then what I do is I take the my front curl and basically flip it over and kind of part my hair on the opposite side. And by doing this, I feel like this gives me so much volume in front, because that front curl that I've flipped over is now curled in towards my face, which is the opposite direction of all my other curls, and it really just gives you so much volume. So that's one trick that I've learned, and I really love doing this. Sometimes I'll have to recurl the other side, because as you can see, it's a little flat on the side, you know, that I had flipped that curl from. So just kind of play with it. And then I go in with my paddle brush, and I like to kind of brush out my curls. You can use your fingers if you like. You can leave them the way they are, but I like mine to be a little more messy and separated. But if you want to keep it, you know, a little more neat, then you can just leave the curls as they are. And this is the completed look. This is how I achieve my large voluminous curls. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will be sure to answer those for you, or any hair tutorials that you would like me to do in the future, let me know. I'd be happy to do that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in my next one.